Hello, welcome to PSY-POD, the podcast about nothing. The podcast where we bring local people to talk about local vibes. We are just like playing futsal during lunch break, but the fat guy is the goalkeeper. Same energy. So today, who are we joined with? Please say hello to our local and international fans.
Hello everyone. So like I usually start whenever I'm in front of any device, camera or phone. So Dzongkha everyone. Hello Garlu. I am Tenzin Thinley, and people who know me know this, that I'm mostly associated with football in Bhutan as of now. And I have been the first official football commentator in Bhutan as well. So now I'm doing it freelance.
Okay,
so that's it for now.
We'll get into all of that and more. So with that being said, live from Juno Studios, PSY-POD starts now. PSY-POD. Alright, before this podcast begins, a special shout out to our sponsor, Global Reach, a trusted name, a trusted brand, helping you connect with all universities abroad since 2004. So if you guys are considering to study abroad or already planning to study abroad, why don't you go with Global Reach? Because they're connected with many universities in countries like Australia, America, Canada, New Zealand, to name a few, plus many more. Especially in Australia, where they've been connected with 40 universities. Yes, 40 universities. And not only that, they'll help you with their certified counseling and their transparent guidance, plus extra services like helping you with your health insurance, flight ticketing, and bank account setup. Basically, everything's covered all under one roof. So if you guys want to get in touch, you can contact them through their website, their social media links, or even visiting their offices in Thimphu and in Pinseling. Global Reach, a trusted name, a trusted brand. Now, back to the episode. Okay, before we begin, like we do, give a shout out to DOMCIIP for supporting this podcast. Thank you so much. And also, if you look up, you'll see our PODHEADS, our lovely patrons who help support this podcast. Thank you so much, our PODHEADS. And if you want to be a PODHEAD, please check the link in the description or press the join button. By doing that, you support directly this podcast financially, like this hot water we're having and the lights which are keeping up. And also you get early releases, shoutouts as you saw right now, and badges. So every time you comment, okay. And other than that, also we have to give shout out to our PODHEAD pros, Dorji, Ugyen Tech, Dema, and newly Rabsel, Lhendup. So thank you for upgrading your plan. You are now superior to everyone you just saw right now. Thank you. Big ups to you guys. If you want to be a PODHEAD Pro, again, you can upgrade and you get a visual shout out and also the appreciation. And you can also call me Saikong because that's my childhood nickname. Lasso. Okay, Nungpo, let's get into it. Okay, we commented, since people know you for that. Well, how did you get into that and how long did it take?
So now, initially, I didn't realize that I was already into it before the job opening came up. So I had a small injury when I was in Thailand because I was teaching down there. And then it was a futsal game, and then I did an overhead kick. Bicycle.
Ronaldo mode.
And the funny thing is the ball didn't even go in. I didn't even score, but in the process, I had some fractures. And then I had to come back, leave my job down there. And then I was out here in the hospital for almost 3 days. Then my surgery was done, and then they were doing a workshop kind of thing on commentary, Bhutan Football Federation. I really wanted to join in, but due to my post-surgery, I had to recover, so I couldn't attend that. And then later I realized that no one from that workshop wanted to continue or pursue commentary, or maybe due to their own reasons, they didn't come up. So I thought, okay, why not? Then I just texted, is the job still open? They said yes. Then I put up the application. They said come in. Then some interviews, and then I got the job.
But you didn't do the workshop?
I didn't. But more or less it was 2 days workshop. But what I did was, because like you mentioned, I didn't go to the workshop. I felt a bit awkward because not attending the workshop and straight away going to the interview, it seemed a bit wrong on my side. And then what I did was I asked the person concerned to send me the resources that they use during the workshop thing, so that at least I can have something prepared and something they would have expected, because they were the ones who attended that workshop. But I think my past history being in football really helped, because they knew I was a player, and then I was teaching and I was good with kids as well. Especially during my teaching career. So they said, okay, come for an interview, it's okay. And then I went for the interview and I got the job. But now looking back, I think at some point it's really meant to be, because I was really active on Instagram, especially when football matches were on. So what I used to do is I always put up stories, and I didn't realize that I was doing commentary at the back. Okay, now Rooney scores, Tevez scores, and I was just giving up randomly. So then I looked back and I said, oh, maybe I was really into it. And now that the job opening is there and I've got the job, I thought maybe I can do something in this field of area. And then that's how I got into commentary.
Okay.
And then it was, to be honest, a bit hostile environment early on. Because I was straight away stationed to the high school championship down there in Tsirang. And the weather down there was very hot, humid. And then it was like a makeshift stuff. And then... So it was just beginning, I could understand, because commentary was picking up.
Yeah.
But my hopes weren't high, but I at least expected the basic things. But you know how Bhutanese are, we adjust now and then. So I think, okay, Kimi, let's adjust. It's fine. It's the beginning. Things will progress. And then my immediate boss and my colleague said, yeah, now you're here, it's getting exciting and things will come up. So that's how I got into commentary.
So then now you're freelancing no more. So who calls you? The league or the team calls you?
The team calls me now.
But then how does that work there? Because it's going to be broadcasted by the league member there.
Yes, of course. But now the thing is, it's a win-win situation for me as well as for the federation. Because if our long-term goal is similar, because now the clubs pay me, but like you mentioned, so the live streaming is done in their channel. So they don't have to pay me anymore, but the fan engagement all comes to their page. So it happens like that. So most of the time right now, RTC and Thimphu City has been calling me. And then now that I've joined Thimphu City, I work full-time there in the management side. So I do it for them.
Are you allowed to commentate for other teams now?
Yes, I am, but it solely depends on the team, whether they want it or not.
Okay.
And then I charge a nominal fee. So, and then we try to negotiate up and down, but right now it has been kind of like a problem because I don't have my personal equipment. So all the commentators I've met and I've talked with in neighboring countries, they say that try to get your own commentary. You can get good rates as well as you don't have to worry whether the team who has called you will have to worry about all the stuff and not.
Okay. So as longer when it's off season, then you don't get any commentary spots no more.
So Paro FC has been like really kind enough. They have called me for the group stages as well, because especially when it is group stage, you have more matches, so you can sustain as well financially, and then as well as build your PR, as well as then your CV as well.
But I thought for Thimphu City, what is your role?
At the moment, I handle most of the management stuff. So the position I hold as like general secretary, to do the management stuff and all, but it hasn't been much because after I left my previous workplace, so then I took a month gap, and then because I was really exploring ways like what to do next. And then I usually listen to podcasts when I'm just making rounds of the Chettri, and in one of the podcasts I think is called WTF with Mark or something.
Mark Goldridge, isn't it?
I think so. So in there, I think in his last episode he had Barack Obama come there.
Okay, I remember. So
Barack Obama says, so I think it kind of related with what my situation was. Because I did the job chiko jauchi, now what's next?
Yeah, okay.
But so many people speculated, they thought I was heading to Australia.
Okay.
Because that wasn't my next plan.
Okay.
Because I'm quite active on social media as well. I also thought that, I think it's my responsibility to at least let people know what I'm doing next. Don't let them be in the limbo because they have been supporting me, following me for all this time. So I just put up a caption saying, it's goodbye from my current work, but it's not goodbye to Bhutan. I'm staying here. Meanwhile, I'll do freelance and all. Then coming back to Barack Obama, he says, don't rush things. Because so many thoughts were coming in my, because at some point I thought, maybe I should go back to Thailand and teach down there again, because the money was good, obviously, and you know how Thailand is, it was cheap, accessible to so many staff. But at the same time, I thought, I was down there, and the reason I came back was my family was here, my wife was here, so no, I can't do that again. So it's like going back down there again, planning about the next step. So then after listening to that podcast, Don't Rush Things, those 3 words stuck in my mind. Okay, I say, okay, let's see what happens next. Then after the freelance thing, RTC, they have the president, and then there's Dash Singh as well, which I'm really grateful to. Because the words were spreading fast that I was going to resign. And then he straight away texted me saying, we'd like to have you come and commentate on our games, so we can discuss about the fee and all. So that 1 month was the clubs that called me and paying my fees that sustained me, because at the same time I was doing side hustle as well, what you say. I was having some football jerseys and all. And then they said, okay, Nungpo, if you're free and if you're up for it, we'd like to have you commentate. And then I was doing maybe for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I was doing freelance for Temple City as well as for RTC. Then the AFC came up. Then that thing was a long group stage, so where you have more matches. So that's how I managed in the middle, like that. But now I'm fully into Temple City's management work. So that's why you see the Temple City case. I came straight from work.
I thought you were doing some promotion for the club.
Maybe, I think both ways, it goes both ways.
Okay. So, Mapa, commentary love the more. Like, since I'm a big football fan, I see like people commentary, like p.tshering, Martin Tyler. Preparation, that's the lab. So, how's your prep work?
Well, to be honest, I do prepare, so we do homeworks. But for me, it was easier because I know almost 90% of the players, local players. As well as I do watch international football. Premier League, very popular amongst Bhutanese. Then you have the La Liga, League One, Bundesliga. So preparation ki thakadi, I'll be honest, it wasn't so tough for me, but it was especially when a new team comes up.
Then you didn't know who it is.
I didn't know. And the worst part is in Bhutan, I'll be honest, getting information is really tough unless you go in person on the pitch and talk to the players. Because I really wanted to put in stories and all, because you might have heard p.tshering, the Dzongkha Commentary, whether they cook up stories. Cook up as in they build the tempo. The little boy from Rosario, bringing up. So I did try to do that. Okay, I went down to the players and said, okay, 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 then if you score, I'll say, okay, so that they'll have their own villages or their relatives watching it. So it might get interesting, say no, but at some point it did work, but then later on, Lalu players but that I won't blame them, because Lalu wrote cocktail home. They're confused. So Anzum getting information was really tough. But player recognition, it was fine, because commentary is still growing in Bhutan at the moment, and especially live streaming it. We did have the screen and all, but it was really tough, especially when the live stream area was really far from the pitch. So commentary, what we really expect is to have the ground view.
Oh, you want the ground view?
Because perspective lashes, but professionally, you'll have to commentate what
you see on TV,
what's in the screen, because that's what the people watching it online will see. But what happens is at some point, whether technical issues, the screen we don't recognize players. So it gets pretty tough, because you can't be saying, okay, the left defender went, the striker scored. It becomes monotonous and stale. So as far as possible, I wanted people to know who that player was, give his insights, because commentary, what it really does is it uplifts players. Fan engagement, their own personal PRs, because when they score, we have to talk about them. But if we just say, okay, what a beautiful goal, amazing, mesmerizing, but if you really want to uplift that player, okay, you'll throw some stats. His 7th goal in this season, in total, his 45th goal in a span of 3 years. The guy from Tashigang, Radi, the Radipa. So we do like that. So it really makes the fans, spectators enjoy it. But the preparation, the player recognition, like I mentioned earlier, it was fine, because 90%, some were my juniors, some were my seniors, some I played together with them. So easy on that part. I didn't have to prepare much. But what really was the tough job was, like I mentioned, getting the stats. Because, again, most of the players don't know how many years they have been playing, which club.
It's not their job also.
Then, at least I said, okay, if you could at least remember how many games you started or how many goals you scored last season.
Okay.
The assist, it's no one keeps record, but actually
They should
it is
know.
supposed
Of
to be
course,
kept, the records, because Chikalabioch, if you really look into it, they keep every details. Okay, left foot ki gamchi chui, right foot ki gamchi chui,
Chance created,
header gamchi mo, 6 yards na gamchi, penalty box ki chikal gamchi chui, and they even have how many minutes did they play. Gamchi minutes na lu gamchi times chulabs chances created.
But then also we cannot blame Ngachigi because Konsugi the stats comes from Opta, no, so it's a dedicated company which they study everything about it, and then they give to the Premier League.
Yes.
Because
as far as I know, we were supposed to have a team. I think they do have it initially, but down the line, I think it vanishes.
Okay.
Because for me, it's really important.
Makes sense.
Stats. And if you really look or dig deeper into it, it's really important for the team as well. Next step gachina, scouting beni then whose performance is going good, and then where do we need to bring up more players and all. It's not so important, but the information theka, it was a really tough thing.
But then you can just then improvise with other stuff.
Improvise, I tried to do it. And then the other thing was, I started doing commentary, but English never be much. And then so many people personally below on my post, they were commenting, why not in Dzongkha? Then I said, I did try. So because when we listen to commentaries, Arabic, even if you don't understand the language,
you can feel it now.
I thought maybe Bhutanese na so at home I tried multiple times. But what I thought was, the Rogila me Zonglish be came on. But what I thought was the Bhutanese essence, the Danzum Joach Taru, you know how people are. Some may accept it. English Zonga Chikala se Bela se Betam there. I tried doing it. In some of my commentary, I did mention, okay, now, especially when the BFF they played against bigger teams, especially physically, the BFF is under 17 imade.
Okay.
So the phrase was, okay, Jomo Mantaya se or Bap Mantaya se. So I put that up, okay, because the style of play they were doing was they were united. So it looked like, okay, Bap Mantaya se. So they were going up against a tough physical player, foreign player, or African player. So it looked like that. So I infused bin. So people did like that. So then I started making a list of Bhutanese phrase. Okay, chuesa, chap, lo. When someone is leading and then they get another penalty in the final moment. Okay, chuesa, chap, chap, chi. They're already leading. They've got another penalty. I tried to infuse that. So people, I think, did like it at some point, but most of them still wanted, okay, kara zonkana betso wachin. Then I said I did try, and then some of the football terms are really hard to translate. Corner Zurkig. Corner.
There's
corner,
a word.
I think corner, we call it Zur, so I directly translated it. Zurkig. Free kick, Rementong Paishi.
Penalty.
So, penalty now, we call it spot kick, no?
Sago kick. But it's out of context. I don't understand.
So, I tried doing it, I'll be honest, because I really wanted
Suicide
to have
goal, Rawaransi goal. What the fuck? Okay, go on, sorry.
But like you said, Zonglish be bewachina, I think it will go because Nepal, India, Bangladesh, they do it.
They do it.
They do it. Kore khana maam long, but at some point English mix paper baume bade.
Okay.
The Dajar Nepal Omia, he does that as well. So we did have that conversation. I said, okay, I really want to do it because ngachi Bhutanese gi om de temo. Ya da ventu daimes labbe extend be bare tu ni me badero.
Nagi style.
Dzongkha mix pe dil phagiro ankara mes lat gania message and hagome de. But the passion, voice, ankara lami gachi na gar cheu delute. Tanzum ching I really wanted to bring that into commentary. Unfortunately, my tenure was short-lived. So maybe in the future, if some people come in.
Okay.
And then at some point, I also recommend, why not have a monk who loves football?
Be a color commentator there.
Or he can take over, because I've seen so many monks are really interested in football.
Yeah. It's their go-to hobby.
Really, I've seen passionate footballers match miss my betao me do. Tempo City, Paro FC, transfer. Dedicated fans do.
Oh, nice. Ultras. Monk ultras.
Yes, there were some. I was surprised. I did hear about it, but then I didn't see it. I did go to watch the games, but I was on the stands, not in the commentary box. I realized, okay. Because we could see the Kongi team, the Legion Jamtsho, they were cheering and supporting like anything. So the team, and then So, okay. So they have. Then Anidi, it was before I left my previous job. So I said, why not look for someone or a monk, especially because the Jedagi Teka Dzongkha, they'd have that essence plus football show. But at some point, the sustainability, the stability in that working area, and then you know how people will take it. Kilo roya, tintan deusa dema, ketchup de no se. So there might be some backlash.
But it sounds interesting. I would love to get that. Any contrast pak on him.
Singaya noise.
Let's have someone. Dzongkha love chu. The cheat English love chu. The color commentary. We cheat on. Yeah, kaisa keda niya? I know corner kick now for
exactly.
No, I think it'll be nice.
Especially the run which the rupa roblo high or you accent you only minute the room.
Oh, they are
It would have been fun. So I really envisioned that, but at fruition it didn't still then I hope in the future we do have those. Now the commentary still growing.
Commentary, I think you need a partner.
Yes, I do, especially
play by play the color
exactly.
commentary.
Especially the lead commentator, the color commentator. So if you really look into it, it's a lead kiddy, so he gives out all those any exclamation marks. Okay, go. The color commentator plays a really important role. He needs to analyze what happened. But the federation was really open to it. They said, okay, look for someone, but it's really tough to look for someone who's
I'll
really
do it,
interested.
man. I'll do it. For one time, I'll do it. Last time I met someone in BFF, and they were telling me something. I said, I'll do it, but I won't do it for I don't think it's sustainable for me to come all the time. But one time, thing I bet down.
I did one of those the soya
beans.
He was also interested. He didn't do it.
Okay.
So I said, I would like to invite you to Kolelapchi. I think then in the middle he got occupied with some other projects,
okay.
so he couldn't come. So again, at least if I have someone, people will have 2 point of views, 2 stories. Because most of the time it was me asking question and me answering. How was it? Okay, it was beautiful. Will it be Korean? Yes, it does. I love at some point now some mountains but I've been trying to work on my tone variation, especially commentary. Trying to do it, but it was a tough job now looking back at it because I searched it online. So professional, they don't do it. So week in, week out, byung. So I think I was doing it almost in a week, 3 or 4 games. Because initially I was doing the girls and the boys as well, both. And with now I look back at it, I think I was pretty worked up. That's a hectic job, but like I said, it was easier for me because preparation time they go, but for me, because I personally knew players, I knew what their dominant foot was, left-footed in a right inner, and then shashub launga, hotsam launga. Then I tried to put some of those local dialects in. So it's fun because I'm quite passionate about football and I know most of them. So it was quite fun to do that when it lasted.
There's this menu commentator called Mark Goldbridge. Every weekend he live streams for a matches. I think you'd do well.
Exactly. I think
so. You put the graphics
I've got
and then watch
this.
And then just give your take. But then since online
I've got this from so many people. Some said, okay, start a podcast where you specifically call footballers. I said I'd love to do it, but I haven't got the time and resources at the moment because.
But you can do that live streaming.
I tried doing it. I do it now and then. Live assessments because I had all the jerseys behind me. Maybe branding give Nike, Adidas, Sony. I don't know. But 1 week suspend jerseys. But I just remember because I have all my jersey collections.
Safe, clean background.
Yeah, exactly. And the exact person, Mark Goldberg, because he's that guy. Manchester United, he comes first. Reactions to the cuss words, he's quite blunt. Yes. But I tried doing it, but now that I have a full-time job, so I need to prioritize things as well. So I do go live, Manchester United match up. Then I tried doing it.
I think it'll work. It's not that hard. Like laptop, TikTok setup, baby. Then you buy a webcam, and then you can put the graphics for it. So every time goal, you can put the update, baby. Graphics 2-0, 1-0, baby. I think
Okay,
it'll work.
I still need to explore,
I
but
think
the Rob, I just do it. Go live, but face the camera to me because the copyright issues in the
Yeah, but I think certain extent and I think you should try it. I think you have a knack for it. My Mark Goldbridge I watch and I turn off the commentary from the match and I keep his commentary because his commentary is more fun.
Quite raw. I watch his thing only after the game match. Then his reaction.
If you watch it along, it's more fun. Much more fun.
I don't because when I watch the games, I really listen to the commentary. And then, like you said, Daru Lalugidi, okay, start a Manchester United fan club. I think we don't have it. Arsenal game me because Nepal na Arsenal fan club se do United fan club, Arsenal fan club, close knit community.
You're right. That's good.
So people were suggesting, but I said, time da nidi mindu if I free.
Yeah. I wish there was like a bar where we go all watch football. Then
the community comes.
Community
Exactly.
comes. British pub, Asian social countries na domina. But there's no pubs here. Somebody make a community.
Legendary launch, I think.
There's a good room to do that.
Malu be watching.
But football fans
Maybe.
But Arsenal fans even though I'm an Arsenal fan, because Arsenal fan TV has ruined the fan base. It's terrible.
Yeah, I heard about that. So fan base miss especially. Bhutanese fan base is growing, but mostly it's close knit. Pincha, charo, ni charo tsedo, ni nochu, ni aja tsedo semebade. Or else the chika be watching the strangers supporting you, all that makes for really good relationship, especially the player bay, fan bay, I'm sure dalu. But I think it's still growing. The positive side, in the future maybe. The youngsters on the community ones be watching freshly banters and all. It's really fun, especially. There are a club community on Bachindi.
Bhutan the broadcasting if it was broadcast well, I think people get
market,
fans.
I think the market.
Tourism in the what to follow. Like right now, I know like I can name maybe 5 or 7 teams in the league, but I cannot name a handful of players. I don't know their story. I don't know who's the top scorer. Like if this information, maybe it's on social media, but if it was broadcast on a mass scale, then I'll be interested to invest to see me what. With that being said, since I'm quite lost with Bhutan League, I think you're a good introduction. So give us a breakdown of who's the best, who's the worst, who's good, style of play, what's holding us back from achieving international success. Yeah, paint us how the Bhutan Premier League looks like.
So before I think I joined Thimphu City, so I always used to go neutral. I'll still be neutral because now I work for a club. So obviously I'll have to say
bias.
So might become biased at some point, but I'll try to be neutral as much as possible, backed by stats. So I won't share my own personal perception on which team is best and all. But according to last season, so obviously I think most of the people know it. Paro FC won the league 6th time, 5 consecutive times.
So are they the Man City of Bhutan?
Kind of.
Okay. Context
And then Thimphu City.
Thimphu City is like what? Arsenal,
Second 3 in a row.
Oh, damn.
But last year they didn't win it. I think it was another, last year I think transport ki match really messed their position because most of the time Thimphu City comes as runners up. Third came RTC. RTC previous year they finished 4th, I believe. If I'm not wrong, because I get mixed up Yama Byoda. And then RTC had a good finish this time. They finished 3rd. Transport United 4th. And then we have Ugyen Academy. Then we had Tenzin. We had BFF. Then
we have like 4 schools in the National League. It's funny more.
Academy, BFF. We don't have schools, but
Ugyen Academy is a technical school. RTC is a school for adults.
And educational institutes.
Then BFF Academy. Then Asum. Alright.
Anisum, the bottom, I believe, Samsi, Tirang. And then it was Southern City.
And then B League for the relegation promotion.
We don't have that.
We don't have relegation promotion
We
system.
used to have it, but now they play qualifiers.
So what's the qualifier?
Qualifiers, they kind of like B only, but qualifiers, first I think they play regional now. Because before when I was playing, like you mentioned, there was B. Then there was Super League. There are national leagues along with the Hemagidi. So on the top teams, the league kinale top 5 top 4 the national league se ongmade
Okay.
then rest the super league se ongmade
Okay.
there are a super league le whoever wins lok the ongmade national league
It's a terrible system. It's a terrible system.
B division se they C se they I think now they have changed it into youth league in the as far as I know.
So relegation promotion system here.
Yeah. You relegation to you. Now what happens is the relegated teams need to play the qualifiers again.
Okay, so qualifiers.
Qualifiers.
How does the qualifiers?
So qualifiers the region with as far as I know. Okay, Eastern region.
So they have to play the they go back to the regional qualifiers. Oh, okay.
Regional qualifiers na jo dilana le champion themachin then they get back.
So how many get relegated?
3, I believe. I'm not sure because things change now and then.
Okay.
And then, to be honest, people working there, some of them are not aware as well. They were working outside.
Okay.
But because so many things have changed before when I was playing and then now that I've joined the management thing. But as far as I know, I think almost 70 to 80% it's relevant and then it's accurate as well. But at some point, things might have changed, Yama. But regional TB, then they get a winner from that regional. Then they come to, most of the time, to a centralized venue.
The playoffs, yeah.
And some playoffs now, Zumbera. Then qualifiers na 4 or 5 teams yata jong. Tele A League na di Premier League na 5 teams yade midi, they're already there.
So how many teams are there totally?
10.
10. Expand meaning
but we don't have teams coming up. So 10 the minimum as far as I know.
Yeah.
To get funds and then for a standard league.
From FIFA what?
FIFA, AFC,
okay,
so I think for a standard league you need at least 10 teams. But like I mentioned, so many things change. And then Hemagi's system, I think the league system has changed. Now they're exploring ways to sustain. Because Hemagi, I remember the league was only 2 months or 3 months.
Okay.
Pretty short. After that, players, they vanish. The clubs would not sustain. 2 months they have Lalu Ikha, Lalu Gatenachi, La Bedolo, they can't come, then you don't even have 11 players team. Now it's a good thing that the federation has, because standard league the 6 months.
Okay.
So now 6 months players get paid.
Okay.
They're fit, consistent. The Hamchipana international break area, it's better for the national team as well.
Yes.
Because consistent endurance, fitness the so our league having 6 months, I think that's a good thing. But now after 6 months, so the remaining 6 months, what's happening? That's a big thing, especially for players.
This is open tournaments
but
organized
another is the standard of our tournaments. The Premier League, the team Chinalu, you have 23, 30 players. Okay, the main objective is to win the Premier League, but at the same time, FA Cup, Carabao, Gachi Community Shield. So they have that playing time. They have that time window wherein so players to game time but out here I think we're still exploring ways to get that in, especially looking at players' perspective. Watching league division, there's nothing
you can do. But then aren't the players most of the time all part-time players?
Kind of. But now compared to how it was when I was playing, so the numbers have gone up who are full-fledged football players, footballers.
They come 6 months
to so that time now, what happens? The club runs in a loss because contract signed
you're paying them salary every month. So
but the corner individually, we have seen players who really work hard. Okay, next season they'll be
so I need to keep my
personal training or do. But at some point, some players also saw a way. Then fitness. Then because football is really physically demanding game, you have to check your fitness, endurance. The once they delay, some gap you'll have to start from zero. Touches especially I think so many footballers who have taken a gap period and then coming back to competitive football, they'll understand this. The same you want to run there as quick as possible, but you're
makes sense.
So you really need to have that conditioning, which I believe Tenzin Thinley now CG7 has really set a standard of that. match mirror endurance theka, checking your diet. The diet ki theka di, you do gym and your diet is zao and MACD. So that's quite funny out here in Bhutan, especially. Gym di namsa byongma denga chi. We do, but recovery session. Hydrotherapy, icing, beni, sauna, nazini, they have all those resources and stuff to do with recovery, which really helps.
But then to compare them also, they're like, you cannot, I think, too.
Amchi mahira, what we can do. So at the physio, at the Sonam say, quite popular in the physio field. So he used to say, okay, we don't have those high-end things. I stop mindu mush.
But
what do we have? We have natural spring waters. So spring waters on. So hydrotherapy is basically
your body cold.
Icing bay at the swelling, the stiffness this help beni. So okay, go to Chettri base anywhere, clean water, soak in it 10-15 minutes. So we have those. We have ways. Like you said, we can't straight away go and try to get all those high-end stuff. But at the same time, fitness ki theka, the diet ki theka, actually we have so many organic vegetables, fruits. We have those the alternatives. But anidi now, I think it's personal jome rangi, rana sa benna ma benna giya jome. And then most of I think it's we are deeply or culturally rooted that chumma of the keo that is arazago suja thuna thungo so duba the ania some the family na gara ro meal ani bewachin. How can you demand aidapol ngi den sausages omares until unless your aidapo is really into it ya chi footballer ni specific chiten hense ya so so base la watching ani men chi dinga shina
sustainable la
ani la khadose.
So ani all that comes into performance affect Bhutan.
Yes, exactly.
So like what conditioning?
Then endurance, then recovery. It really affects, especially because footballers. If you all look into documentaries wherein professional players, elite, what do? They really focus on their recovery sessions. Recovery, okay. The Ronaldo fitness freak, so he has those certain routine. The Shilab Tirugi Damezimo, the Koro resources Gidamezimo. He has designated like chefs, fitness tami soso be, recovery tami soso be, anzum dubadero. So they really focus on the recovery session.
Yes.
Next game gidan lo. Okay, game chesa, go home. Few stretches, sleep. Lalu player only now the calm cramp why? No proper stretching, no proper recovery. So many stories, but I think a long way to go ahead, but the thing I love them, if you really look into alternatives, do say.
Okay, so forget the conditioning, forget the thing. What about our play style? What, like, at least since I'm not following day to day, but we don't see much in terms of like international success yet. Local league that of course we can, there'll be one how is our state of play of football? Give us a very honest answer. And what style do we play? Do we play it from the back? Do we play long ball, lama ball? Are we playing hard defending? Is our first touch bad? Is our IQ bad? Is our because of our turf conditioning? What's good? What's bad?
I think I'll be brutally honest. We really struggle physically.
Okay.
Because the football I think the standard, they have 4 components. Physically chidu, then they have technical chidu, then
the IQ.
Mentally, psychology chidu. Tactically
Okay.
So I think physically we're struggling a lot. I have met with players.
Because we're small stature, or because we're not conditioned.
I think it goes down all to the eating habits at the end, because I think by the time you reach 18, 19 and you do so much gym, nutrition freak, I think it's too late. Because if you look at how the professionals or most of our opponents, Middle East are strong opponents. So Kongi conditioning, I think when we look into their stories, they have been training in an academy since the age of 5 or 6.
Okay.
Their diet, their training, their recovery sessions has been monitored. So I remember the long run, now the optimistic part, most positive look of Bhutanese football is the grassroots. We really have to look into academy. But again, what I notice is our academy is for a certain period. Okay, under 17, under 20.
Okay.
After that, what's next? If they make it up to senior national team, they play senior. But if they don't, then okay, you vanish, finish, nothing.
Okay.
So any long-term sustainability minduba.
Oh, okay.
So what I noticed is that. And then Chikalaba, they have the chulabs monitored career path. Okay. Even if they can't make it pro or elite na majuro, okay, they have league the 6, 7, 8 divisions into Dute Malemadi. Which are comparatively standard very high.
Yes.
So Anzum do, but ngachi nalu the sustainability is a big thing. But the chulabs internationally, why we can't perform? Personally, I think physical.
Okay.
And then the training period as well. We don't train much, and our league standard. So Chikalu the English Premier League mush.
Yeah.
So their league duration,
Yeah.
their consistency. Competitiveness ki level, intensity throughout the league so if the league is strong, so national camp looks so big so they're fit out there. So they scout players. So Southgate guns be women. England, he watches Premier League, he goes there, the guy fit too, and when he squad rotate better the league standard, sometimes the goals go up to 10-0, 20-0. So you could see the
disparity.
So if the national team really need to succeed, we really need to have a strong league standard there to go, and then to stay fit and all. Because I think it comes down to resources as well, because you can't call the team 4 or 5 months before. Give them in a facility, give them any resources. But at the same time, the any problem that I think it can be solved if the league is. Because from what I heard, the senior national team head coach here, especially in the beginning of the year, first game it ended 0-0. So our goalkeeper got the man of the match as well. So there was a gap. So I heard the head coach specifically tell the coaches and the management of the clubs to at least the set fitness level beru. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're playing, make sure you have a pre-planned set of things. Players the player development it's okay if it doesn't go up, but make sure it doesn't go down. The great Majo choose but logistics ki be, travel yama be, players at the end I think they struggle a lot. Recovery time me. But league judo come together, I think it was really sad to see even team that couldn't field in 11 players.
So
it was situation end. So that really shows how
standard of the league.
Technical wise, I think our team are doing quite well. So especially the Ruchika match over there. So recently Lebanon and soon Yemen return leg. So I personally asked the players they feel big. We have been training, practicing, playing matches on artificial turf, Nalu. So Malu natural grass mein. So and then Chikalwata professionals, they use those studs, metal studs. Ani use especially grip thopni but natural grass. But we're not used to it. So Lalu Labde was pretty tough, say, especially ground edges pe and the other factor was the weather. Temperature heat ki be malu 32 34 degrees nalu 16 15 na train malu ani be. And then so one of the players he mentioned, so I'll not name him, but he said, "Acho ball kama hepchi mini sumo melo zukhale."
So pressing.
So that's how quick the other opponents are.
Okay.
Think many time na because out here the intensity of the game is
it's not that much.
You enjoy ball enjoy decision. So
press this been me.
Mindo so maladi kola de acho kama ball heuchi mini sumo melo zukhale. And then, like you said, the Chalama ball, long ball. So many people, especially in Lebanon, so I saw the post, Emadat Silo, Hello Bhutan, why are we playing long balls? And so many people say, because the short ball,
okay, so
short jave, counter joba, okay, long ball, the few seconds recover bit away. the other opponent low counter on the time because no team would want to play long balls, especially the modern football.
But now it's look changed by them now because
now they build up from the back.
So now they just chuck it out into the
safety first, recovery short pass ball lose baby counters are goal moms are okay, play safe. So that's my perception. That's how things are working out there. And then I personally asked the head coach as well, Mash Judube. So he also had the same answer. He said no team wants to play long. Everyone wants to keep the ball on their feet as much as possible. But why we do it? Because the opponent is too quick.
So we can
too fast.
We need to reach that level. So I think league needs to start pressing men all. Start pressing.
The press building, the disparity. Not so huge to bade.
Yeah, so then with the
endurance
lower level team, you don't need to press much.
Especially
they won't press you.
Last time recent Dzongkha tournament, the Paro FC played Tempo City won at the end. So Paro FC, the Tempo City, this is when they played with the Indian local teams. So disparity duba de daru. So consistent with you see, okay, touches they had.
Okay.
But okay. Touch beauty next step gachimo. The honey difference duba so Paro FC and Tempo City have been playing the league. So they on the street away Dzongkha tournament they had that fitness level they had that sharpness, focus, they know about it still. But the local teams, what they were lacking were quick decision making. Touches area.
Okay.
So Mamra Gashla K player low raw K players one day tournament so give full out in that day. Physical but modern football that doesn't work. You really need to think ball mahebler okay next step. Check your shoulders. Scan base. Xavi, Iniesta, they do that a lot. Why do they play with ease? But they have mastered that skill. Very basic, but really important. So football, they are not so much in the basic. They are master base. Okay, you can do it freely. Confidence, do quickness, do next step. Do so. Ani tele darung edesla the acho ani chowa umel dar another thing. So such play actually diva. She was doesn't feel bail ada. Kekura be misweacho.
Okay.
Corner nalu kongyana hemelo. Corner jada kongi guto di so nalu. Ball nam to kolo imagine thobra mithobelo. The height, physical, the strength, the technical, the two best that first touchdown because second Lebanon, especially second game, I think first half they played really well. Score 0-0 the if I remember it correctly. But balls had nisum de Dzongkha hechi in the opposition because first match I don't think whole game 90 minutes nalu opposition ya half nalu. Few chances they started building up from the back, one touch, two touch baby. And they'll slowly the confidence builds up. But the thing I love to me when the opponent is too tough, Rana you may skill there vanishes. Confidence ki thega jome bade. The morally the time the mentality la midi. Ani nam se me down jome me. Ball top the mini sum press Charlo tase pachara ugambe denlo. The football na dem why do we play football? We need the ball that's any delu. But at some point when you're really frustrated, when you're too upset, ball top then things start going down.
The mental ego, the mental factor.
Nani the really tough mentality plus mentality would be the second factor I'd say. Physical first. Why we can't perform internationally. And then preparation time. Standard of the league. My personal, I think other people might have other opinions. But
so technically, we need to match them on the physicality first. The mental will come.
I'll be honest. What I've noticed is skill, speed, more. The finishing as a moment characteristics. So we have players who have at least one of those components. Some be complete with the speed
this guy is fucking
skill
fast,
me.
But they cannot dribble, cannot cross. Okay.
Finishing khatra off the ball movement me. Ball me watching is dead. Ball on the Jamtsho finish be him. So Hanzum Duba the component. I've noticed we have so many potential players who can play and complete Mindusi. The complete midara compensate betube bade okay work hard endurance at least nisum de hero tube bade complete ra major
yeah 2 out of 5
steps ani complete journey denlo and then mentality comes in and the friend circle group the ani plays a huge role training judochi snooker room training judochi okay bar do lasha so Anzum do mentality how you carry yourself. Because at some point I think one of the teams with social media and all love this so refreshment 11,000 in Belos. After the game 11,000 refreshment 11,000. Tele drug laga
11,000 mega
so you can see level seriousness kamchi duga.
Okay.
But it's quite
But
sad.
then again, Italians were known to smoke cigarettes during halftime and
I haven't seen that. Fortunately, dato
Yeah.
maybe anzumdi. I know players who smoke, who drink. Te hannevi singachin nalu. Players who smoke and drink.
Well,
I'm quite amazed because I still wonder. Chisi mi yuga khona se. Magic potion chitumina yan se. I know they smoke, I know they drink, but football is okay, they play first class. They score, they assist. Okay, then I go and tell them, yeah, just imagine.
if you didn't do all those bad
You
habits.
smoke, you drink, and you give this kind of performance. Just imagine if you take care of your own body, you don't smoke, you don't drink, and you so their justification.
Okay, Ronaldinho type,
Anzum.
Neymar type. But then, affect the bad habits. Like what, in terms
really
of your
does.
stamina, endurance, conditioning?
Stamina ge jong, endurance, conditioning, then it will really come back and haunt you in your late 30s or 40s nalu. I've had stories, back pain, knee problem. Mom na footballing term la pumo yasi se. Pumo joyi se. So that means they have got those knee problems because why? Kangiani youth age nalu, they didn't take care of themselves.
So recovery,
long term.
harder to recover from all the bad habits.
Tele when you're late 30s, early 40s in the hejimni, the recovery takes a long time in bebate.
Okay.
Ani di gachi, my younger days now you didn't take care of your body. Right now, adrenaline, no man, then dopamine, it carries them. Once na betan bin that they don't feel that. But I've heard stories the last year and lamete Hemati doesn't because Hemadi I don't blame them as well. Lab miche made because excuse me, Chikal Padiro Chulabs me monitor be me. Tummy, okay, the tight catches you couldn't use your left foot too much, right side too much. So there might be some issues on your knee, ligaments, they monitor everything, they rehab bechu atire strengthening bechu anzum beni dubade. But now if players say mathop search and I'll blame them because we have those physios you must designated in our club kina. So it's kongi anime willingness.
Willing or how much you're willing to sacrifice to get to that level,
can you check the physios are more than happy to do that. The Kora Excel journey they need patience now and then. So physios check this. That's the condition. Rangi willingness and then like you said, the sustainability mini place to
I want to give my all.
Still.
Okay, so what makes CG7 apart? Is he just natural
Discipline.
talent or he's very well
Discipline. I think discipline carries him a lot.
Takes care of himself well.
Exactly.
No bad habits. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't.
No, as far as I know, he doesn't.
So just takes care of his body very well.
And then he does train. The recovery session, I think it's almost done. The last time I talked with Sencho was when he was recovering every time there. I think he had started playing as well. Samsung tournament they won match. Then we played in the same team in the open tournament. So I just asked. So many people were asking me, "What's your next move?" So he said, "So retired people might think I'm retiring, but he said no, he's not retiring. He's looking to make a comeback." So his first
injury bomb, do you?
Yeah, meniscus in the ACL. I'm not sure, but it has to do with his knee or something, I think. And Yemen game match matchu hima imade. So people are so hyped up at home. CG7 is playing Yemen. The score 0-0 joda okay. If only we had CG7, so we could have won. So many things. But I need training time. They're quite unfortunate. But then, Koda, I think he's almost recovered, and his discipline and the focus he has. That's what I noticed because I think the last time we played together was during a friendly game in Bangladesh. So his game focused. We had another player. When I was a player, there was a Japanese goalkeeper called Yuya Kuriyama. So first glance nalu, it seemed like he was too arrogant when all the patra shishibe.
Okay.
So game time he'll have that game face on.
Okay.
He wouldn't even talk. Lora melab chalach pass pe nala no he wouldn't.
Locked in.
Amchi.
Okay.
Kutana khorani headset to be focus game ju madu tense.
Okay, locked in no more.
Game finishes. Okay. Happy, jolly. Lo long. Amchi seriousness duba de chiga imichu. So we really need to thank Tempo City, Paro FC, other clubs who bring in foreign because they bring that culture in Nimbe.
Their mentality.
Especially
experience.
Japanese players. Ani daru Paro ki Japanese Tomo sala miche, but he's quite a leader me badro. Ani bego said he tries to instill that in the players.
Nice.
Game time, okay, focus. Mistake, lok disho lalu players mistake chibe, then they revolve around that mistake and game they can't carry themselves. But those foreign recruits that clubs bring really help our local players now. The mom, it goes both ways. Mom will the local chances we are being sidelines. But at the same time, you look at the positive side, competitiveness level high.
Okay.
Those values that these players bring. Hanzum duba de. Tele Achutenchu Gelsin, I think that's wherein he has the experience. He's the first Bhutanese maybe to play outside professionally in a standard league. I think unrecorded him they own players like India but professional league do that kind of exposure he has playing with foreigners in a different league. I think that sets him apart and his discipline. Because you can easily get 1-2 seasons to play outside and then flop.
Okay.
But he had a long career, sustainable. So I think that really sets him apart from other footballers. I'll be honest, there are so many footballers who can
reach that level
and go in his path. But again, mentality again. The Rani. I'm just a baby. Last night but it's good that so Tenzin recognition at His Majesty. So now young children really look up to him, footballers too. Okay. So recognition do say so that's I think a really good achievement that Tenzin had, recognized as well deserved. So I still have my former students who still love football and they say sir next Tenzin tamare national day nangagia theon se. So at some point the joke they have that picture in their mind what be watching do me se. So I'd say I think the discipline and the focus mentality and so that really sets apart Tenzin from the other footballers.
Okay.
Like I said, there are so many CG7s but they lack those things. So that's why we don't see much.
Okay.
But I think it's going to take some time.
I think lifetime na the World Cup team
I think
not possible. If India and China cannot get there,
Exactly.
we have a long, hard way.
the FIFA ranking, I think we are 192 the last time I checked. And India was 142.
But India, China, why can't they make up 11 players? They have 1 billion, man.
I think
They have infrastructure, they have the money.
they do, but I think
Corruption
I think so.
China the corruption China
Bureaucracy.
is a communist. Why can't they make 11 players, man?
I think Kongi motive it gets distributed in remember, I think especially grassroots focus if you look into India, cricket is more popular than football.
Okay.
So that though, I think we can't talk much about their stuff, but it's in a really bad situation, especially football. League me, ISL se khongi they're having some backlash thing. In China, as far as I know, I think they're more into Olympics.
Most
track and
Olympics
field.
they're like top 1 or 2. Gymnastics.
Asian
top.
so.
But the football not much investment. I don't know why. It's the most lucrative.
Distribute jodos mein thoye personal I think diverted, and then the people who are in football they're not the passionate ones, they're there for business, profit motive. India the China because like you said infrastructure they have manpower, human resource, still population but
India has never qualified for the World Cup.
No, India chi World Cup juru at least
At least you can support them.
We
can support them. We can support them.
Behen this Bumgi da. But Bumgi lo labdul, I think Bhutan really has a bright future in women's football compared to men.
What makes our female team better than anyone stand out?
Because disparity amchi minduba the international dangachi Bhutan gitu da.
No.
professional league. They do, but compared to men's.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay,
big,
men's get way on the disparity. Women's get see we play with Malaysia, Hong Kong.
Yeah, last time they were beating them. No, they were beating them.
Nalu, good team. So
physicality, they're all small Asians. Physically, we can compete.
Yes, but again, consistency.
No.
And the people involved really need to be like common goal where any clear path to government. Okay, down the line. Japan, China, this too, as far as I've heard, 20, 30 years plan, 50 years plans or okay, in 10 years we're going to reach here.
Okay.
Okay. As far as I know, Naludi Mashete the 1-2 years plan yeah.
Funding and but speaking of which, let's go back to league. So now the fact that we can clubs who are willing to pay players can get foreign players. So league there's good money in it, or is this for the love of the game?
I think love of the game, passionate.
There's not much money in it.
Industry loves broadcasting, marketing, and then we don't have much market. We don't have many people watching it. We don't have many people who have money and want to invest in football. Returns mindu.
Okay.
The ad play benilo commercial ads so mindu mending viewers mindu.
Okay.
So mostly it is passionate owners. So I really feel bad saying this, but so many clubs down the line, every year there has been a club that has dissolved, financial. Big problem, can't sustain. Anyway, I'd say most of them are passionate, football lovers, they want to invest. And the Bhutanese Level, they see potential players who don't have the platform. Bhutanese, we really are compassionate and empathize because I'm not saying I'm this because I work at Temple City, but the Temple City owner is running a one-man show kind of thing. Financially struggling, the club is. So at some point, Temple City was like, okay, we might say goodbye, say do, but at some point. But the second Tobe, there are possibilities that the club might play club championship next year, which I believe is in Sri Lanka. So on some funding, and then plus especially any player growth ki the club nati, because we don't have any other platforms. Most of the common comments you'll see when the national team photo comes up on the Facebook pages is, why not go to 20 Dzongkhas and pick one player from every Dzongkha? So if you really look into it, the practical with Awachin, if the kid is really shining, there's the high school tournament.
And then he'll get
recruited to a
shine
team. High school tournament. Then he go to regional. Shine then the clubs will pick him and bring the top tier league to the BPL. So if he's really interested, but so many other factors included again, parents ki travel okay, so expenditure, the club and the people who are really into that potential player, the kongi spend but the parents again. Ani ngachinalu dani strong culture through sports parents are a bit skeptical as well. So I've experienced that firsthand. Football culture. So the so logistically not possible, but people are doing it though. School football tournament so school SSI so okay, to talent watching, bring a list or bring him to the high school tournament. High school tournament BFF designated people go down there to scout. So if they really shine, academy under 17, under 19 I think there are a few players as well. Then Ugyen Academy also, Coach Kile, Coach Yongkom, he also brought one player, Kamal Uron player, raw player. He has the skill, how do you say it now?
Nurturing.
Nurture Begop Duba. He's quite a good player, speed too, but at the end, the decision making on this, wherein the coaches can play a role. So, like I said, the 20 Dzongkhas let me read it to the if they really have the potential.
You can shine amongst the regional.
Yes, exactly.
That makes sense.
Because we have so many players. The Toro, so shine Chuturlo and this Hemaro selection na jo delay selection bini with Hemadi. I remember one time I went for only once during a selection, but over day, I just went for the fun, for the vibe. Majo, they had 500 students come from all over the place.
Okay, nice.
Kelefu, Chettri place to do him and 17 or 18, I think.
Academy selection, yeah. Oh.
National team selection then.
And
And I think 30. But
Wow,
30
tough.
7 would be
Standby.
23 they travel bit over there.
Okay.
Me 500 so I just went for the vibe and charges Jode no be. So 2 days na roani feels ni na sumina deva they put all of them there. They give you the balls, coaches alam 10-15 ta deme yalma. Kachi say minute they just look at the touches, yama bebe. Next day, okay, it reduces to 60 players.
Just
From 500, 600.
Drills, passing drill, heading drill, and
the really experienced be shame with the touches.
this is okay. Outside.
Touches shame with it.
Okay.
First touch, body language.
Oh.
Imbaga, the catch up nigi. The ngaludi one good opponent I had was they said I'm say communication be they slap the antenna. Because I ball told my catch up and then the trick that players had down there because the Chile I came to know group remember the okay group samsil group what they do is ball need is the corner group na andar say pass all of them from that group get selected to the next
Good.
chemistry do answer be they do but the Chile over midfield yani 16 will do the corner group
Okay.
there are another corner group pick the lalu nimite with the so good na major group na denise. So they already have that combination, the chemistry do it. So if they 16 are okay, then it goes down to 30. Last phase. First phase we been do it my selection. So Anzu mero 20 some house le we do it
Okay.
they're really into it. They kongiro subsidies I think travel ki basket ticket jindas me be malu. Travel yama be the jigo mara jingmade. So Anzu me the 20 some house le interest rate watch me got almost but now I don't know how they do it. Maybe last year best selection. So the rule anyways if you get selected, it's just for that time period. Okay, 1 month, go to the competition, come back and tata bye bye. What's next? Minova than sustainability.
But if Iceland can go to the World Cup and their population is 3 lakh.
Exactly, the Karashaw na Gaina Swiss World Cup
Some random African thing. And I watched the story of how Iceland got to the World Cup. So I'm not sure if Bhutan gets the same funding. If you're in FIFA nation, you get somewhat amount of funding. So that amount of funding we use for turfs. And then they also did for turfs, but they also did. They selected a bunch of coaches. They went for UEFA licensing. So first they allowed C, then coaches to be B8 to 1 word. So they did all E coaches. Then Iceland is very cold, so they invested a lot of money for this winter camp where they could train indoors, so year round they could train. So now they invested the investments well more in the coaches and infrastructure.
Is it like a greenhouse?
They invested very well. And then there are a population of 3 lakh people. So like in a span of 10-year project, they got to the World Cup then. So it's not impossible if we get the same amount of funding. So what's holding back? It's nuts. Obviously, Icelandic people are a little bit bigger, physicality, but mentality, technical,
I'd agree, but I think we really need like-minded people with sharing the same common goal. So dedicated, but okay, dedicated. You can't sway away from those. So we really have that dedicated team that Chulabs Manzum Bay funding we're watching all the pieces of the puzzle. I think it's going to.
And then Iceland, going back, their players are part-time plumber, dentist.
Exactly.
Like and then I think if the country can put to World Cup a dream, that maybe not now, maybe 20 years we get there more. They our tourism will obviously benefit. The story will be damn good. This small tiny Himalayan nation took 10 years to get to the World Cup.
Last time Anigi story did it because Bhutan I think for the first time qualified for the second round World Cup. Sri Lanka ma pham baby.
That was
storage was
they made I think made a tweet or something.
YouTube if you check it out. Chulabzum, the story really went viral, hyped up because Chulabzum, small nation, no one expected it.
Exactly.
Beating Sri Lanka home and away, then going to the next round. Unfortunately, next round, then we got battered badly, but still,
Beat Sri Lanka there, of course. That's a big thing. Their country is 3-4 times our size, population, 10 times more.
It's quite interesting that World Cup they've increased the prize money. They get $50 million. Then for participate, they will get 1.1 million something. Top 36 now, there was 7 million something. The funding and all.
I'm not sure we can get to World Cup, but I think AFC Championship they had all 20 years if you invest well. AFC Cup, AFC they had all.
Potentially. Maybe down the line, 10, 15 years.
Like-minded people. Hopefully we'll all be aligned by then. Hopefully.
At least even if Bhutan doesn't go, let's hope some of our neighboring countries.
Even if India goes, we'll celebrate India.
I really feel like how the atmosphere environment would be. If your country is there, Bhutan, people watch, they cheer, they celebrate that goal. Chigalvar, they have the sports bar, community bomb with the Maurya. We have something to celebrate, solidarity, unity. The chill at the end.
Exactly. Football culture.
Long way, but I think not impossible.
Vitally not impossible. Actually, when I was a kid, my dream was to open a sports bar with it. So to char weekend the car football. But my mom is the child, the shut sauce, the less but someone steal my idea.
Call it a sports smoothie bar.
Smoothie bar. It's smoothie. Beer tomorrow. We have to drink.
You just tell them to drink from outside and come.
Okay, I'll think about that next time.
Easy culture.
Let's talk about Premier League. So you're a Man U fan more. Whole lifetime in that.
Yeah, United. I guess as a United supporter, I've been following them down the line. Rooney, Alex Ferguson time.
Sorry, 1 second. Oh my God, what happened? Sorry, man. What happened? Oh crap. It's okay. You just interrupted about 5 minutes ago. So Man U fan. Yeah, we're back.
Okay, United.
Yeah.
So I've been supporting United from those early days. Alex Ferguson, Van den Sar, Rooney, Tevez this time Patrice Evra, Chung Arsenal ki Arteta to David time no Rosicky.
No, that's not that.
Rosicky.
I was a fan since Fabregas, right?
Fabregas time
Fabregas time. Right. So that's 2006
maybe. Ozil.
Ozil came in 2011 or 10
Kumching goalkeeper.
Almunia. The Szczesny. Then Fabianski.
When you all had that crest thing, no? Leave.
That was only 125th anniversary season. That season, Van Persie 30 goals, then Man U in your thigh. Then I hate Van Persie ever since. He would have had a statue there. He would have had a statue.
If he had stayed in Arsenal.
Sure. Now what do you get? Pat on the back. But league. But the funny thing was, if he had stayed in Arsenal and scored the same amount of goals he did for Man U,
but United days, I think, when Rooney was carrying the team from that time, and then I remember that famous overhead bicycle kick, Sitinyam, Ani those days, and then Hemadi, like you mentioned, Bhutan, mostly they were United fans, City fans.
City fans were growing up. So that's why City fans didn't exist since 2010.
Niji community there were some, because it would always be okay. Manchester Derby love chithyong. Jersey miru color again with blue chi, red chi.
Man City fan chameja. I brought chameja.
That was the rivalry.
You guys are all glory hunters. Man U did to a certain extent, because now downfall being if you support more. Wow, I appreciate it.
They're humble say.
But City fans, tell them to name me 10 players before 2010. Let's see.
I'd agree, because colleagues or group of friends who haven't been following football, if I ask them, who do you support, they'll say Man City. Why? Trophy last game. Atara champion me.
The legend is Kuno Aguero and Gaiga.
De Bruyne, Silva, this is a time. De
Bruyne, Silva,
company,
the legend, the club legend. Just club exists in 10 years. But then again, Man U Even during downfall, Tega.
But last year was disastrous. So some people rightly point out that it's not for the faint-hearted to be a United supporter.
Yeah, now it's really hard.
It's always like roller coaster thing. United mein de.
But the roller coaster, now
days,
you know they're going to be bad.
But at some point they have those surprises. But Danja, after the previous last game, I really missed Harry Maguire. He wasn't there. Then Delit was injured as well. So Heaven Lamichidui, he played well, Euro. But Casemiro, the animus United players, the Yeru problem chi, Miru problem chi. Hanzum Toying I be watching especially Yeruya problem chi, the Miruya problem. But Bruno Fernandes needs to give him some mega, but we need him. He's the one carrying the team at the moment.
Best, at least in terms of attacking. Defensive, but then again, he's not his role.
But United, I think last season also. Last season, my hope was because Arsenal wasn't winning anything last season. So we were playing the Europa
League.
I was watching the game in Tsirang against Spurs. I wouldn't say I wasn't able to eat, but I had that. I got upset with the Arsenal fans. Okay, you're ending the season with nothing. We at least might play Champions League next year. Europa ji gave it. Tele Spurs ki go.
It was
United.
It was 16th and 15th of the league playing Europa League. The quality,
either quite funny,
either Premier League quality is very high or Europa League quality is very low.
But that's the charm when you follow those professional teams. Unexpected moment there at the same time. Tatutame Sunderland, they're doing really well. Chingy, Xhaka.
Yeah. But Sunderland basically bought like 12 players this summer. They're a completely new team.
Investment
was done really well. But it was gamble. They were like, we have to try to stay in the league. Let's do whatever
I think it's paying off.
It's paying off. The top 5 are playing damn good.
The 16 week.
At least from outside looking in, I think Amarim's system does not work with the players they have right now.
And he's quite stubborn, sticking to it. One of the post-match, he says, okay, players ki problem hai, ye problem hai, it's the formation problem hai. I'm not changing it. People are saying that we need to change.
I think in 4-3-3 George dane mein, they're 3-5-2, 3-5-3 doesn't work.
And then
3-4-3 for the players doesn't work. I think it might work system, but players.
Especially the bringing in Benjamin Sesko Babe, I think he's underutilized. Tanja the onko injured, they food poisoning. 4 or 5 weeks, I think he was out. And then Mitsugila Imbesi because people notice if Sesko, his height, aerial ball, advantage too, but delivering up so Minduba de Sukhale. It's not fed well. Because Tanja Delogi, the relationship there, Diego Delogi, but Sesko, I think he still needs to adapt to that Premier League system.
But all strikers are flopping other than Ekitike. Gyökeres also playing.
Gyökeres
ball mijimis papa. I'll tell you one thing. Ball through ball mijime. Through ball Odegaard for some reason this season he decided I'm not going to pass. But then I don't know how to say it. But then Gyökeres I say he's not performing, but he's not getting the balls on.
Same thing with
Sheshko
as well. Space is created beneath the Andiko. Number 9 teams, I think most of the problems seem the Isak I'm just flopped with the
I think it's the death of the number 9s. There's no number 9s now. Merino plays so well because in this false 9 members, false 8. He pretends to be a midfielder, but he's a striker. But striker the Maruchi Asno. There's no striker other than Haaland who's like performing at the striker expectation.
Journalists and people they ask, you are a false striker, you shouldn't be playing in the midfield area. Go striker. And he says, if the coach wants me to play there, I'll play. Spain, he was shining. Palu. He scored left and right, but striking 6-yard position.
His finishing is very good.
So I think it really goes down to how the managers locate they know. Gadi player, Gate nalu most efficient doni me. Ani duba dromagidi. Especially in the professional leagues. At some point, now they do. Modern football, now league you can see our fullbacks going forward and making crosses. Alexander Arnold, Robertson.
But Alexander Arnold enters the midfield with a double pivot.
Chingy time the Julian Timber winner. right now.
Timber plays right back.
Tommy has to left way back more. Hema khon this time na che di men de Lewis Kelly anzum.
Yeah.
Tatogi ngachi BPL, and another good thing is now most of the BPL players they watch football.
Okay.
Hema ki players now than me football.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
So ngagi labi de now ngagi students love de andi. So to get better in football, you don't have to play it all the time. Mega. The practice be watching better the jodon, but still you can watch football and still learn. The coaches Mamra did, I think it relates to them as well. They watch a lot. So dato ngachi BPL na, if you come and watch few games, especially Paro FC, Tempo City, Transport, RTC also does that. RTC have a really great fullback from Takin Salamichu. Sure, he plays the left side, left back, but all his crosses are dangerous crosses inside. Professional football. So the modern football, you have false 8, low false 9. I think players are slowly trying to get into it. Okay, left flank, right flank. They use numbers. Okay, you're the number 10. You're the box to box number 8 midfielder. Okay, false 9 bide. Numbers use now. It has been instilled. Okay, you false 9 hold the ball. Someone will come and support you. They let third man running low, midfield you need, which so many professional players do it. So freely they have a proper system to follow. No, the Richie player chemistry, the understanding, and also going. Okay, if my left back goes and he loses, so midfield drop omitted. The Ngachina it wasn't that. Okay, kafi position tashigi so tashigi
t-shirt cover bijustaya.
Tashigi abi ngami jo. Okay, penju so penju gi ngami jo. Center defense okay, ani position ngagira taung che omingo nalu. Okay. Ngagira head be tengo ni. As they but hemadi now I'll say 100% I think ngagi toy and then the modern football has been instilled in Bhutanese Premier League. Players there's a do now covering spaces. At some point, the consistency remember there. You don't have to say okay cover bay me say automatically okay. The subconsciously okay cover bay asi. Okay. So it's how much you practice, how much you play, especially players this way. Chika majema so kongutana zidi already. Okay, next step you need. So you see how when it comes to Premier League players to keep positioning especially. The half-time analysis with the jachi over the screen now. Yeah, ma draw be ani triangle low diamond shape do low say. So it makes total sense the row. One at one glance na the methome bade. So when they bring out all those screens, click be ani space the anime the ana much in more say. Hongop do cause closest guard do's. So I do but the namchi level the mahebe, but still I'm quite optimistic because our BPL players. They're watching football. But next year the World Cup won't though, of course. So anytime they'll at least they tweak those things.
Yeah. Hope so. Hopeful. FPL Zinera.
Yeah.
How are you doing this season?
The mini league dance in the top 5. Okay. Where we have a group of 36. I'm still in 5. Okay. Last year I think last week average was 64 something. 60 something. I got 76. I had the Sunderland Gijaka.
Okay.
But I did it's a good rule, no FPL now. The amount of the transfers you save, 4 or 5. So I haven't made transfers for quite some time. The last time I eBay, so I chucked out Grealish and put in Fernandes. Paid off.
Paid off.
Okay. Then I chucked off Salah because he wasn't getting much game time, and that controversy with Arne Slot. Then I put in Saka, which paid off as well.
Paid off. Good.
So it was a good weekend.
Mine's going really bad. 2 seasons ago I was like Bhutan top.
But now
50.
It's getting tricky. FPL, you know the AFCON is coming on.
AFCON.
And then I had one Bisaka, Mbumo.
But you got 5 free transfers towards.
So I already chucked them out. But you have those things, no? Can value increase so it's quite tricky though. Less
long-term planning.
I had been following some podcasts wherein they talk about FPL now and then. So Lalu they know the manager in the field.
Sometimes what the scouts, at least on YouTube scouts, what they do is they'll be like, this guy is the brother of Haaland and he took Haaland out. So Haaland.
Shavis,
so
that extent.
So you better take Haaland out. It's something fishy. I don't know anyway. Or like Salah has captained someone else instead of himself. Where? Because now, which means
and then and fantasy gear first na video all the players who play FPL and ask them why should they choose you. I give most points. So I think Haaland has been consistent.
Yeah, Haaland is
must have. Salah I always backed him whether he had like few blanks.
Yeah, but this season is gone. But even Liverpool at the worst right now, Man U still.
United supporters have reached that point wherein we need to celebrate others' loss. Okay, Arsenal famsi, yeah, Kemi ngach pamdar. Liverpool famsi, yeah, Kemi.
Now I don't really celebrate Man U's loss because it's no point now. The City but Liverpool pumping the same game because fuck them, no, they give me hard time. But Man U has not given me hard time in a long time now.
The first game it was quite promising for United.
Arsenal not bad.
I was really hyped up. Okay, Mbumo, Kunya, great investment.
But they have no striker.
Shishko a bit. Okay, Shishko Ondo, top scorer in the league. Then they picked Mason Mount today, striker. What kind of situation are we in? Kobe Mainu to I think Casemiro the Kobe Mainu mom at Tomeng agidi.
I don't understand why.
And from what I heard last time, press in the builder, Kobe Mainu the Fernandes the same position so they'll have to fight for that position. Now I never Koni builder did. I think Fernandes would be the obvious pick most of the time.
Why don't you put Fernandes as the false nine? And put Mainu in more. Mainu, they're wasting the time. This guy's going to go to another team. He's going to ball out, man. I'm telling you.
Taruchi, the other story. Whoever have left United,
he's balling out.
Flourished.
No, he's balling out. Hoyland is balling out. McTominay, Italian Renaissance. The guy Anthony for 1 season. Then
it's a peeper, right?
Sancho was wrong. Sancho was shit. Sancho was shit.
So in theory, that's 100% wasn't accurate, but at some point, the Rashford Barcelona.
So where do you think Man U is going to finish at the end of the season? That should make a prediction. Yeah, make a realistic. Okay, where do you hope?
I hope they get to play Champions League.
Hope
at
top
least
4.
Fourth.
Hope top 4. But where do you
honestly, I think sixth. Most probably top half this season.
6th is still an improvement last season. So you're okay with 6th?
I'm not okay. I hope 4th, but
you think 6th is going to finish?
I think they will finish 6th.
I don't think they'll finish 6th. I think we should 8th.
8th.
Maybe 8th. There's still a few teams, but they're better than Tottenham. They're better than Tottenham right now.
This time.
Tottenham.
What do you think about Arsenal Day? Will they win?
My heart says yes, but I'll wait. I'll wait till April. April.
I think it's too early.
But at least what I've watched till now they have what it takes. But right now they're dipping in form.
I agree. Champions League now, the consistency, the top.
And then organization.
Last weekend, Arsenal.
I lost my head, man.
Because
lost my head almost.
My boss, the president, he's a diehard Arsenal fan as well. So the Arsenal game next day we'd know what mood he would be in. So any game in the Arsenal, I was straight away Kogi match. Okay, and then I remember, Sai also supports Arsenal. So she got the first impression or the feeling when they scored the own goal.
I was out, okay. So I went home. Luckily, 80 minutes Arsenal. 1-0 me. It's against Wolves. Defensively is then when I was watching them very lackluster finishing. Then pressure but I still didn't get worried. Then 90 minutes bottled it again. Worst team.
Arsenal, I think.
But I was like, Kimi, I don't react. Let me give 3 minutes to extra time. Then I'll react. Same game more. But after the game, I was like, fucking against Wolves. We had to do that.
The same thing with United. First half, they should have killed the game. Chances after chances. Clear chances, Mbumogi, Kunyagi. For some reason, Mbumo was totally off in that match. And then we struggle. They score right after second half starts. Didn't even struck 1 minute, second half. So the keeper Lemons, I think, he was quite good. He saved the game.
Yeah, I
especially
saw
for
it, the last
United
minute save.
last minute. But at the same time, he could have done better in the other goals that he conceded. 4-4, quite a show, quite an entertainment. But at the end of the day, being a United supporter really hurts.
I think Man U attacking not bad. They're pretty okay.
Better though.
But defense, a lot of holes.
Defense, the
of holes.
midfield, I think Bruno Donga Joda then gapped him over the defensively.
Because he's being number 8 more.
Casemiro Joe, because the defense line, back line, now some shaky area. If the midfields are working hard, tirelessly, Kongi compensate bits most of the time.
Yeah.
United, they don't do that at the moment. We have shaky defenders. Their consistency, Minduse. Tyler had a good game last time, but before that, questionable.
Okay. Amorin in or out?
Still in, I think.
For how long will you give time? 1 year, I say.
Still, I think maybe two more weeks.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Still time, but maybe 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Who is your ideal manager? Zidane.
If he wants to, but I don't think he's interested in.
Zidane.
Maybe Southgate.
Southgate, yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
You want to play long ball 4-4-2, yeah?
But no, why I'd pick him is because he has that chemistry with English players.
Yeah.
And then much in all. But at the moment, I don't think Zidane much, and maybe we'll get to see something else that he did in La Liga. But at the moment, I don't have any particular person in mind to take in charge of United.
I think Crystal Palace manager Glasner is very good.
Oh.
He's very good. I think he'll work. Then who else would work? English manager.
Marino Logon to Vision.
No. Marino personality. He won't work for any team.
The special one.
I think only Chelsea would have worked, and then Inter Milan, obviously. But for every other team he managed, other than those, he disrupted the system. So Mourinho,
okay, imagine what if we bring Klopp back to United.
Well, that'll never happen then.
No, just imagine it.
Never
Quite
happen.
a stir. Liverpool will, I think, the dedicated fans.
But then again,
rivalry.
Benitez was Everton's manager. Also. But then, so you never know. But I doubt that.
I don't think on club did he. I think
Okay, Champions League.
Barcelona.
Yeah. They were looking weak against
Weak,
Chelsea. Yeah,
yes,
3-0.
I think they still have it. Barcelona or PSG, I think I'll pick from those two.
I say it's other than Arsenal, which I always support. Bayern looked very good. PSG looked very good.
Bayern,
City
PSG
are getting form, but knockout na the team. Real Madrid, you never can write them off. But this time,
Bayern, the PSG,
Real Madrid
pretty
is
strong.
Real Madrid about to sack Xabi Alonso, man.
Why? No.
Why? He's doing okay, man. He's just trying to.
They need now and then the results. Paki the Benitez.
Vinicius is doing what? Vinicius is trying to act like the.
Vinicius Premier League not much in. Which team do you think he'd fit in?
City loves, but then
City they
but
have.
then he won't be allowed to roam. He'll be only allowed to
stay in that position. The computer going Doku, Foden.
Man, you might work actually. Chelsea will work. Chelsea will work. You will work with Chelsea. Chelsea system the Jotuto. Chelsea system Jotuto.
Vinicius, Rodrigo
will work for City. Rodrigo will work for City. Will work for Man U maybe starting with
United.
Rodrigo Arsenal we try we didn't get. We tried to buy Rafinha before he went to Barcelona, but then hijacked it. But right now, good squad. Only problem is striker Mija.
Striker, I think most of the clubs.
We don't have a
striker.
Newcastle striker means we play very low, man. Striker
position striker champion.
Striker me. So, but in last matches I watched, it's still promising because chances they create just finishing which is still okay. Because as long as chances are created more, there's always a potential to score. So I need to. So I feel like.
Nima is a versatile player, and it's easier for the manager as well to pick players. The regime is dedicated. Okay, Haaland striker. Remember at some point Haaland get drop bits or the off the ball movement. It helps the team a lot. Yeah. The Shulabs made the striker. Me was also players get to watch in the.
City, if Haaland gets injured, who's backup striker?
No, but I think
who do they play?
Foden, Cherky, the wingers might come in. Because I think they have so many options right now at the side. Cherky, then Savinho, then they have Doku. Foden. comes to the Kwani Bandon Snowing, the backup. Plus, the offensive attacking midfielders play freely, no, at some point because the backline strong in the space. Now, so top of the middle, free with any. So Holland free me animator.
Holland form na yasi, Foden form na yasi, and they don't have Rodri.
If he comes
back in form, then dude, like I hate them, but I know they're too good.
But this time the City, Arsenal would be fun team. Also competition Kony Tome, but City pass records.
That's why you can never write them off. You can't. And then,
I still say it's too early.
Yeah, too early. And then
too
the
early.
gap is too small.
Consistency, point difference. I'm saying.
So I'll judge in April. April. Judge. April na show April na you'll know whether they can handle the pressure. Arsenal bottle winning. Arsenal getting habit. But April without fail they'll bottle. Southampton will pump, West Ham will pump, Brighton will pump.
United Champions League, I'll be over the moon if they get Champions League next season. But at the same time, the religion knows if it gets worse and worse, then double heartbreak. Premier League na Champions League na chi bioda. That at some point I think I United the Champions League much red titi mes much about say motowa titi asnas. The heartbreak the heartbreak anniversary chapter sagam chidan the United thoga.
Give me. I lived through this when Unai Emery era na Champions League longa I didn't watch Champions League for 5 years. So finally it feels good to watch Champions League. So, but Arsenal fan is a good time to be alive. But it took me like at least 15 years of torture
to have this glory days.
We only have like 2 FA Cups, which I don't really consider big also.
And that feeling, when you're too close, Hindi lamd mein na pass ho ke bhi kashna ji gaya sidhe. Dur ho gaya slabs mein.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But hopefully this season
Netflix ki next episode mein no the judu nahi ho na Arsenal episode di.
Next season. Okay, last thing we'll say before we wrap up the pod. Okay, give me your fantasy. No, not your all-time 11.
From
whatever favorite all-time 11.
Internationally or national, local or
local na di mamshik me shito. So why don't you give both? Why not? Let's do national first. Let's international first.
International, yeah. Okay, so goalkeeper, I'd pick Donnarumma.
Okay, wow, really? All time?
All time.
Wow, okay.
Then backline, let's start big.
What's the formation?
I'll go 4-4-2.
Okay, 4-4-2. Wow, classic man.
The Donnarumma at the back. In the left back, I'd pick Robertson.
Okay.
Then centre back would be Rio Ferdinand.
Wow, I'll pick Vidic over Ferdinand any day.
Then Puyol.
Okay, Puyol, okay.
Carlos Puyol.
I love Puyol.
Then at the right, I'd pick Jordi Alba or Dani Alves.
Jordi Alba's left back, sir.
He sometimes switches, no?
So,
so maybe Dani Alves.
Look, Dani Alves is very good, yeah.
The left.
Defensive midfielder. Number 6.
Then, comes the midfield. Okay, De Bruyne is there, of course.
Okay, attacking number 10. Okay.
De Bruyne. Then I'll have Datogi Vitinha.
Wow, PSG really? All-time 11, Vitinha. Really? Wow. High
then winger, I'll go...
Wait, the midfielder cheer. So Kevin,
Vitinha.
Then who's your defensive? Or you're gonna play with no number 6?
I think I'll pick Xavi.
Xavi, wow. So no defensive midfielder. So the holes in
attack. Then left nala, I'll go... Need mom represent Jomes because Doku.
Wow, Doku all-time 11. People comments are gonna kill you, man. All-time 11 Doku too, man.
Right Nalu, I'll go with Nani.
Okay.
United game.
No Ronaldo, but he puts Doku. Okay.
The forward na thiyo but need. Okay. I'd always prefer Ronaldo and Messi like strikers, not wingers ngai din ludi. But I'm not a huge fan of Ronaldo as well as Messi. I'm a Neymar fan.
Wow, really? Man U fan, not Ronaldo fan?
No, because Manchester United as a team, not personal player. So maybe instead of Doku, I should have gone for Neymar.
Okay, Neymar.
Neymar.
Doku not Neymar. Yet, man.
fresh bindigi. Neymar. Then front two, I'd go with. Okay, let's say Messi and Neymar. Koni strikers zyada.
Wow, okay, that's a very interesting team. Two
Lineup.
wingers, four wingers in the front. Four wingers.
Full on attack.
No crosses, all dribbling. Carl cut back, Robinson.
What's your all-time 11?
It changes, but let's change. Let's keep a different one. Okay. Keeper Neuer.
Okay.
Keeper number one. Best keeper.
German goat, yeah.
Left back. I say left back no stammes. Right back. Left back Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
Very good. Talent, underrated. He should have gone Ballon d'Or.
FIFA 11.
Okay. Nuno Mendes. Right back, I'll go for someone good with attack, but good on defense also. Right back.
Arnold.
No, Arnold is very bad defending. He's a good midfielder. Right back Shasta. Centre back, I'll pick Ramos. And
red card, yeah.
Red card, but tenacity. Free kick gets
I'll agree.
Then I'll pick.
Okay, now
Actually, I'm a big fan of Puyol also, but Puyol Shada, since you said it, I'll pick Arsenal legend, centre back. For now, Gabriel. Wow, Gabriel. Underrated again. Underrated.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay, right back. Right back. Who's there? Right back. My God, I'm not. Hakimi is fast, but not really my cup of tea. Actually Daniel Alves. I love Daniel Alves.
Marcelo Lumia.
Marcelo's left back.
Okay.
So right back. Actually, but if at this pace more, Timber might be my later on.
Okay.
Timber is very consistent. Doesn't lose the ball. Knows how to snatch. The defensive midfielder. The Bewich and Vieira, of course, the man who defined that position. Vieira. Then right wing, I'll put Robin. Oh, Robin. I love FIFA na
Dutch, Robin. Yeah.
Okay.
Then
left winger, I'll put Iniesta.
Yeah,
why not?
Okay, that's interesting. Iniesta.
Okay. You know, in Spain, he used to play winger. He didn't play midfield, he played winger. Then midfield, I'll pick Fabregas. Because Kevin De Bruyne is my favorite, but Fabregas is my second favorite. I prefer him more than Ozil.
Why not?
Ozil is flashy and nice highlights, but consistent to miss it. Fabregas is slash. He'll find you. Ozil will give you the highlight. What the fuck?
The YouTube kind of thing.
But in Fabregas, give him more game in, game out, leadership, defensive, assist. One time he gave 18 assists in the season. He's really up there.
So the consistency.
Then number 8. I'll put Rice, man. Rice, baby, man. Rice, baby. Perfect number 8. This guy can play fucking number 10, number 8, number 6. Now centre back and
very versatile.
Very versatile. Then striker. I'll pick Vardy.
Vardy, classic.
Vardy, Banter team. That's my team.
Vardy, good pick.
Local, give the locals a shout out.
Okay. But your 11's Hasibo.
Say.
Okay. Local. Okay, goalkeeper. I think I went to one of the BBS talk shows. Yeah, they asked me to pick that. So more or less similar, but might be few changes compared to the international game because League to do with the international Jamtsho. So goalkeeper, I'll still pick Nima Ugyen Academy.
Oh, young guy.
Yeah, quite young. Why I'm picking him? Not because there are so many other good goalkeepers, so many that came up and then they shine this season, especially. The Robin didn't play academy and all, but I'll pick Nima. Reflex plus his off the ball mibdalu, his positioning and all. Nima from Ugyen Academy. Then left I'll pick Jignam Seltop. Bhutan, we don't have many left-footed players, but the ones we have, they're quite special.
We don't have many left-footers.
No.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe I think national team there we might have around 4 or 5. Then left now I'd pick Jignam Seltop, Timber City. Then in the middle, centre back I'll pick Babila. I think he plays RTC.
Okay.
Babila from RTC, and the other centre back would be Babila Chabe, I'd pick Jamtsho from Paro FC.
Okay.
2 centre backs. Then right back, I'd pick Chutur, Paro FC.
Okay.
Then midfield, my formation is always 4-4-2.
Okay.
Midfield, me, Vampire again, another left foot, RTC. Then the other one would be BF Academy, Sonam Dorji Lappechi.
Okay, another academy player.
Another academy player. I'd pick him. Quite good on long range shots. Vampire also, he has that mentality. Left foot, special. Then winger, I'd pick ST situated Ugyen Academy.
Okay.
ST. He go on the left. Oh no, ST will go on the right. Then left Nalu, DOMCIIP.
Okay.
Timber City. Then striker, Nidi, I'd pick Dodos Labichu Academy again.
Okay.
Academy.
Wow, academy players.
And then another one, I'd pick Chacha from RTC.
No CG7?
He's not active in the league, so not him at the moment.
Okay.
But if he was there, of course, he would be in one of those spots, especially winger side now.
Okay.
So that's my local. But it changes. But this year, personally, I think those were the standout players for me, local players.
So you get award of the team of the season.
So I also brought it up. Let's have something like
Pandit,
not Pandit. They have this thing,
Awards,
end of the month.
Yeah.
Best team players, best 11 of the month, best manager of the month. Okay, Anzum Mewachiniura being nice and but again, we need to back it up with stats and all, which we can't maintain. So people take it differently.
Why is he man? Why is he man of the player of the month? Player of the month, player of the month. Jixi, but goal GM sunu so all the goal match.
Exactly.
But could tell me Jix.
Bench na dire top news la la. Could say sara masum se. There are those things.
Okay, Nungpo, thanks for coming.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Enjoyed the footy talks.
Likewise.
So, towards the end, we don't have much to say, but if you want to promote anything, this is your chance to plug anything, whether it be, example, if we have singers here, we say, please check out my song, please follow me in here. So, floor is yours, anything to promote.
So, I don't think at the moment I don't have anything to promote, except myself, maybe. I'll take this opportunity, like you said, chance pe dance, mush SHOUTOUT ginalu. So please follow Temple City as well, where I work. Not just because I work there, because Temple City is doing really amazing things. Community Denlu for the players. I think we have an initiative where when the club donates per goal $10 to a monastic body.
Ah, nice.
So this year we have done that as well. And then we have this community where when we bring in players or Lalu from not so good backgrounds, so we give them full scholarship
nice.
to play football. So follow Temple City Football Club as well, and all the other football clubs in Bhutan as well, because fan engagement, I think, really needs to go a long way in Bhutan at the moment. So Lalu no dong ngachi follow we gane me vese but chutik pachigi Jamtsho kiwi, So Anzumbe, so follow the football clubs.
Watch football, play futsal.
Exactly.
Now futsal need to stop the child so all interest janu. At least we used to play once a week.
Went to Australia.
Yeah,
football
exactly.
All the teams, all the opponents. So do follow Bhutanese Football, follow PSY-POD, follow me as well, and follow Temple City and all the other football clubs. So I'd like to thank Sai and his team for having me here, and had a brilliant time out here. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Well, sorry, that jersey song, you're not doing that anymore?
I do it, but it's not like a full-fledged thing. Like passive.
Promote it, what's it called?
Yeah. If you want to have football jerseys, kits, shirts, classic, latest ones. The latest World Cup, the Adidas ones are really good.
Oh, Germany one.
So the good thing I do is before I sell, I buy it myself to make sure it's
I'll be about
the right thing.
He gave me one, and
sell.
I bought two more.
Because I've been there, I've been a buyer, now I'm a seller. So I know both sides of the story, how you feel when you pay and you don't get what you expect. So I make sure. And then free delivery, Timpunadi, Chim Gohatense. Timpulap the Lalugyo, Depsinagyo, Jumena Poktogu, Timpuilap, but I still do it. Technical ching right within Timpulap Jimle. So I expect within this vicinity now, but all the way to Depsi Pokto to 3 Tenki, Deshlingi, I do free delivery because I know, I feel I've been there nyogo no p.tshering lemba jo machu dalu how it feels. So yep, that is that.
Yeah, okay.
So
Check it out.
yep.
All right. Nungpo, thanks again. Okay. Now, before we say goodbye, another shout out to the podheads. They're floating. And our podhead bros, please. Thank you so much. Ugyen Tech, Dotti. Sorry, I got new ones. I got to name them. Ugyen Tech, Dotti, Pema Samdrup, and Rabsel Lhendup. Thank you so much for supporting this pod. All right. If you watched this podcast towards the end because of this face, please consider subscribing because of this face. That's so. And every like, share, comment, everything is nice. Yeah. Play futsal. Until then, see you in the next episode.
Stay warm, everyone.
Okay, one clap. Just one. What's a single clap? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.